My earlier broadcast was disconnected due to lack of sufficient internet speed. Converse company executive claims that they can find the truth through online video recording also. Either that is an exaggeration of your services or you are claiming for promotional activities. I'm not sure, but take that granted. You want to sustain your company, and there might be various other competitive ones who are always ready to manufacture similar products after copying your circuit diagrams and electronics parts. Taking that into consideration, since I have received nice replies from your executive, I feel that much responsible enough to inform you. You want to sustain your company. You might have seen Truth Labs had betrayed me, not just once or twice. Ashok Tukiramane, Truth Labs executive, was connected through Facebook with me, but he was not ready to inform the amount of money required for lie detection test authenticated. It was not relevant for an Indian company. Similarly, Madhuban Laboratories didn't reply. Various Facebook requests were sent to them, and the Facebook page of Delhi's forensic experts were also informed. And I should not repeat my concerns that it is a waste of time, since I have already abandoned them, repeating several times of the year. At least more than 4 or 5 or 6 times a month I used to broadcast telling the same concerns, but I am not ready to inform you the concerns. They are present in my Facebook profile, and your lie detection test should be journalized in nature. If I am a liar, that will be detected through my eyes, as claimed by you. But what if I want any kind of authentication from my side? If I want to visit any laboratory, you didn't inform me. You informed me that we are supplying those equipments. Being a manufacturer, you replied in a good business tactic way, but it was really unfair, because I am not any forensic expert, or I am not owner of any forensic company. You will penetrate into this country's market in few years, and they will claim that this product was manufactured in Surat, where your distributor is existing. These people are like that only. They will claim each and every product like that way. They aren't afraid of God. That is their problem. They are suffering due to these reasons. They are starving. They are economically weaker. They are lesser developed due to these reasons only. No intelligent company want to interact with Indians. They are exploiting them as slaves and workers only. I'm not sure whether you will watch my broadcast after few minutes. If I have mentioned it, your owner or the messenger service provider as a customer service will reply or not, whether you have provided authentication rights to interact with any third party company or any other. But I can tell you the 5 concerns which I had mentioned in my Facebook profile several times. There was a person known as Balram Garg in our class who used to steal bike accessories. Who used to steal my bike accessories all throughout the day. Various types of accessories were being stolen, like bike mirror and speedometer wire, which I had no other option but to replace it, since I had bought a new bike. I wanted it to be complete and perfect, due to which I lost a lot of money which could have been diverted towards my dietary supplements or dietary minimum diet required per day, and resulting in huge loss towards my huge loss in terms of health and normal body development. And I was denied membership of a D Madonna gym in 1991, 92 in Jewelry, just because of those reasons, since I used to spend too much money on my bike accessories, and the teachers of Cambridge Foundation School has accepted that person. That is a personal cause. But if I will tell you the part 2 of the same clause, he was a prostitute utilizer also. Balram Garg was a prostitute utilizer. And even then, teachers of Cambridge Foundation School, along with the girls, all the girls, including Charu Virmani, Zinia Mitra, Ritu Gupta, Pooja Katyal, Garkil, Nidhi, Renuka Marwa, Ashima, who was in E section, and other girls. There are abundant girls who have accepted Balram Garg's Facebook request. And in parallelism with my Facebook page, they used to arrange parties at TGI Fridays and other malls just to tease me and annoy me, especially when I disclosed. And that person called me of dire consequences also about 7 or 8 years ago. I raised that issue and I commented also and posted various information in my Facebook. But a person named Sandeep Kora informed that person, and both of them tried to warn me of dire consequences. Then a person named Anmol Kataria ranted nonsense about a post which had no much concern about any girl. It was a normal CD cover, made in India CD cover, and he ranted nonsense that why did you included the name of a girl. And the second concern is, after receiving a dream of my classmate girl Charu Virmani, on the same day during 1992, I visited a place known as Raja Garden opposite Rajdhani College, and and as soon as I visited that place according to the dream, I manipulated few minutes. I waited in a restaurant, ordered masala dosa, and then I ordered construction material also, and then through my power of thoughts, I reached that place about 20 seconds prior to her being left away with another boy. And I was trying to move about 4 meters. I kept on staring at her, but she didn't respond. Then the third concern, I was informed about Charu Virmani is the same girl, about her flat by Gaurav Bidhani, who was our classmate. And when he joined Indian Army, he contacted me about 6 or 7 years ago, and we had a chat. He said I wasn't the one who informed me. He's a liar. That I want to claim that also. That is also a very important part of my life, because he cheated me. I had told him, if you are pointing towards her name, and she was the one who had actually told her or informed her address to you, there might be a reason that she loved me. And why not tell her that if you are informing the addresses to me, it can be a message towards the real person, Gagandeep Makku, that is myself. Then he was riding pillion. We were moving towards Makhija, a mathematics physics teacher in Vikaspuri, and he was the one who convinced me to join that tuition classes. I was satisfied with Naresh Setty's classes. I was not interested in other. I had some problems in chemistry, which I had joined Teachable in Punjabi Bahag. I wasn't feeling any problem in physics. I was very good in physics. I was getting good marks in physics. Why would I have joined physics tuition classes just for the sake of another person? And that person deceived me even after joining Indian Army. That is so shameless on Indians, flesh Indians apart. That is the most shameless behavior of any Indian in my life. And when I kept on arguing, he said, I am not remembering. I said, why not consume some almonds? He said, I will consume almonds by myself only. I said, you should share with your family also. What's there in that? Almonds are otherwise also almonds are good for health, including memory. And then he disconnected. From first 5 years, he is not ready to contact me. He had deleted my request several times. Even Avik Chatterjee, who is also in Indian Army, they know that if they will be connected with me and they will meet me in real life, they will succeed, or I will succeed to prove that Charu was just my classmate and my family affairs will be resolved, and they don't want that also. And the fourth concern, Gagandeep Karkhel forced Pooja Karkhel to perform forced female infanticide in Chandigarh. And then they visited back without informing her the real cause. He had told his own wife Pooja Katyal, who studied biology till 1992 in Cambridge Foundation School, 1992 batch, that he was not ready to bear a child. The fifth concern, when I completed graduation in 1995, after joining factory in June 1995 itself, prior to results also, about 1 week prior to my results, I had already joined factory. And then in about 7 or 8 months, when I was ready to invest, or I had some pocket money, I was ready to invest in my house also, I informed my sister's husband to visit Charu Virmani's house in Paschim Vihar and try to after finding the address from school. Then also he deceived. He informed me that he visited Charu Virmani's house and their parents told me that she has been married in 1996 itself. But when I came to know in 2009, during 2010, 2nd or 4th February 2010, she registered during 27th December, and on 28th December I visited Shimla, Shillong, Bath to attend a New Year party. But I wasn't informed. I wasn't informed that she had already registered. But the process of prayers or whatsoever, she registered on 27th December. And there is a greater possibility that she was already aware of my profile, but I didn't search it till 2nd February. And then I searched it during 2nd February while sitting in my office located sector 20 Panchkula. Then I sent her a Facebook request on 2nd or 4th of February 2010. Means about 18 years after the day we last met, and if I had seen her during farewell only. That was the last glimpse of that girl inside the school, and outside the school it was during 1992 August or September, when I received a dream of that girl and I visited the exact place. These are the 5 concerns, and the part 2 of 5 is also that, or part 2 of first concern was that Balram Garg's sins were informed in the class. That is the very important event of my life, when I shouted in the class, and whether she was listening or not, that is the only concern. That is very important, and if I will interact with her, I will definitely ask that question. That is the very important part of my life, because I try to convince any girl to remain away from a thief, and I kept on following her in fear that since the culprit had informed me about the prostitution activities, and he can annoy or harm that girl also. These are the 5 concerns, including the sub concerns, and if you have that much humanity, you will definitely contact me. You are annoying all of my Facebook posts, all my Twitter You know that UNICEF follows me, FBI responds me. How will you sustain your company? I am really worried about your achievements and about your future prospects. If you are ready to shut down your company, that is another problem. FBI will not let you sustain. Okay, good luck. Converse, I detect a Swedish company.